Stop buying lawnmower blades. Learn how to sharpen them, and I'm going to show you how in this video. First of all, we got to figure out why you sharpen your blades. It's pretty simple. I have a telltale sign. I know when to sharpen. Okay, so this is kind of funny. This is grass right here from my neighbor's yard, and this is grass from my yard. Now, if you look at the tips over here, this neighbor has probably never sharpened his blades, and it's kind of funny. You'll see these little tips here. They're ragged, jagged, they're ripped. He has probably never sharpened his blades. Over here is my grass. You're going to see no yellowing. They're actually sheared off, and it's important to note. So when I start to see a little white tips here and there, I sharpen my blades. Once I've showed you that, you're going to notice when you look at people's yards, you're going to see when the light comes at an angle, it almost looks yellowy sometimes. It's green at the bottom, but it's kind of hazy. It sounds funny, but then you look at somebody's yard where it's really green. Yeah, they might have fertilized, but the tips are all green. You know they have sharp lawnmower blades. Now that we know why you should sharpen your blades, let me take you through the step-by-step process that I have learned over the years. I kind of know how to sharpen a lot of things. The situation is, this is a lawnmower spinning at a high RPM. I am not going to get a highly polished edge like I've taught you on the SedgeTool channel. This is a quick and easy way of doing it. So after mowing yesterday, I pulled these, and the first thing I do is I want them clean. I wash them off with the hose, and then I let them soak overnight. And I use Crud Cutter, Simple Green works. You want a clean slate to start hitting it with the angle grinder. Key point number one is take off equally on each side. I'm going to show you a little piece here that I use to make sure it stays balanced. You got to take off equally. It's easy. So the best way to describe how to sharpen is when you bring two edges together, front and back, at a point or a polished edge. Well, I'm not going to polish these, but what I'm going to do is, it's really simple. I'm going to raise a burr with an angle grinder. You can use a bench grinder, and then I'm going to remove the burr on the back side with a file. So I'm going to be using an angle grinder, okay? And the wheel I'm using is a Type 27. It's the one that came with the grinder. This is all I use my angle grinder for, is sharpening my blades. I think I paid $50 for this. All right. Okay, what you want to do is you want to anchor your blade so your bevel is fully exposed. I like to anchor it off the corner of my MFT just like this with a clamp. I'm going to talk and then grind. It's like I keep telling you, it's really simple. It really is. This will take literally 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The toughest thing is pulling the blades off the mower. So you're going to notice I'm taking light passes. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. And that is important as well, because I don't want to heat this up, because I don't want to cause it to blow and lose its temper. Then I got to send it to anger management. So what I'm doing is I'm taking and grinding that bevel, and I'm feeling underneath to feel a light burr. And I will continue to grind very slightly until I have a burr along the entire length underneath. Okay, so I got about 8 swipes on there, and I got a burr along the entire length. And I didn't have a lot of big dings in there. And if you do have a lot of big nicks, it may take a little bit longer to grind that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and I have a burr on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna knock that burr off with my file. So hopefully you can see that burr right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this file and just slowly go like this and take the burr off. So what I have now is I've taken the burr and gone like this and knocked most of it off, but I have a little right here. So what I'm going to do is flip it back over and take a pass with my file this way. So once I've taken that burr and brought it back over, it's a back and forth to remove the burr. So what I like to do, and hopefully we can get this, I'll come underneath now. After I've taken it like this, I'll come underneath and you can actually see, hopefully we get it up, you're gonna see it's starting to turn a little silvery and thin. This may be overkill. I've removed the majority of that burr with my file, but I take 320 sandpaper and I'll go like this along that bevel and come back here and remove that burr completely. Okay, some of you lawnmower dudes out there watching this go, my God, that's overkill. It really isn't, because I'm going to tell you right now, I could feel that point, that sharpened, when that bevel in the back come together. I always go like this. I know this isn't fine woodworking, but I'll go like this on my nail. And lo and behold, it doesn't slip down my nail. I know that's a sharp edge. And by the way, we're just cutting grass. So that's one edge. Now I'm going to repeat the process here. So I'll try to source this on Amazon for you in the description. I don't know where I bought this. This is a lawnmower, I call it doohickey balancer, okay? It's a point there and here. This has got different steps here. And the reason I use this every time is if you take too much off of one side, don't worry, you won't, all right? But what this does is I'll place it on here. And if it's not even, that means I've taken too much out. And what happens if you take too much and you don't do this step, you'll feel it on your lawnmower. Your lawnmower will shake a little bit. But this is well balanced. Now my mower has 2 blades, so I always sharpen both blades. So it is that simple, and I just want to add this. I always sharpen at the end of October when I put my mower away, so it's fresh for the following April. How many times do I sharpen during a year? Between 2 and 3 times, and your lawn will look fantastic. And also, remember, do a scan of your yard first. Okay, I pick up sticks. This will prematurely dull your blades. If you mulch leaves in the fall, we have a lot of trees in our yard. It's amazing how quick they'll dull. So always scan your yard, always sharpen your blades, and you'll have a great looking lawn. So as we wrap this up, oh man, I gotta have a question. Okay, Chris gave me the question this week. Hey, when you're mowing, do you put in pods and listen to podcasts, music, or you don't wear anything at all? Let us know in the description below. As we wrap this up, I just want to thank everybody, all our patrons who sent in, hey, please show us how to sharpen mower blades. Everybody knows we know how to sharpen a lot of things in the shop, but we took it to a different step and sharpened some blades in this video. And as we always say in the SedgeTool shop, be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp.